Hey everyone, Cptn.Canuck here, and today I wanted to talk about something a little interesting that's been in the Dota discourse a little bit on Reddit, on Twitter, which is the state of the DPC. Now, the DPC is officially ended, and we talked about that a little bit in my video on Will Europe Ever Lose a TI Again? But today, there was a few opinions that were floating around. Notably, PPD and Knoxville shared some of their thoughts on Twitter. PPD kind of said that, he wasn't sure what his team was supposed to do after missing the ESL Kuala Lumpur qualifiers. Said the Dota scene is less adaptable, it's more fragile, the fan base is dwindling, and betting sites are the only major sponsors left. Said that we're forfeiting our values for economic gain. Had some strong opinions there. I'd encourage you to go read that tweet. Knoxville, on the other hand, had a bit more of a focus on Valve's decision-making. He said, there's really slow timing on their actions, a lack of foresight, and a lack of desire to optimize and preempt their changes. Valve's responses to early concerns that he voiced was, we can iterate if there's problems. And he thinks that the regional leagues were a great idea, but poorly executed and interest dwindled, and the promise of a highly regionalized professional coverage turned into bedroom casts. So now Valve is going to a full reset. They're saying no more DPC, we're going to cut it off, and we'll figure out something else, and ... no further details given. Now I wanted to share my opinion here. Now I think something that a lot of people miss and a lot of people don't talk about so much is that I think that Dota's best year was 2016. I wrote a whole article about this a while ago. I think it's on a dead website. I don't know if I can find it anymore. But in it, I broke down the percentages of prize pools that were TI versus the rest of the scene. And in 2015, 64% of the year's prize pool was in TI. 2016 was the best it ever got at 62%. 2017, it shot up to 73%, then 71%, 84%, and 89% in the subsequent years. Meaning that as we've gone on, TI has represented a bigger and bigger cut of what exists out there in the scene. And I think this mimics what a lot of people talk about. They say, TI is everything that matters. It's all that's out there because, Valve is so all-encompassing. They've dominated the scene, and with the growth of the DPC and the regionalized leagues, there's not room in the schedule for other third-party organizers to flourish. They centralized all of the money into a system that they themselves were responsible for, and now that's become a lot more work for them and a lot more operational overhead than I think they want. They've now delivered a subpar product a few years in a row, and now they want to go back to, the responsibility being elsewhere. And I think this poses a problem for them, because they're saying, okay, hey, we monopolized it, we don't actually like that anymore. We want other people to step in. And I think that they think by leaving the scene and exiting, they'll create a vacuum that, all these third-party organizers will just jump on. But I think they really have to realize the damage that they've done to this scene. Too many orgs, TOs and stuff, have left. They're gone. BTS is dead. Join Dota is dead. We Play, mostly hit by Ukraine issues, but also mostly dead. ESL and DreamHack have consolidated. Then they got bought out by Saudi Esports. PGL kind of seems to be the only big org that's still really going strong. And are we really expecting them to just kind of take over and do everything? Like, we're going to have a serious lack of these small to mid-tier events. Like, I don't think Slacks is coming back to do a Midas Mode 3. So it's this really weird position that they put themselves in, where they said, okay, yeah, we messed up, we sucked up too much of the pie, now it's, all on us, and we didn't want to have to deal with that, so here you go, here's some space, here's an open schedule, you guys figure it out, we'll keep running TI, and we'll just do our thing. But in their wake is a bunch of just dead orgs. There's dead companies. BTS had to shut their doors, and it was just a dark day for all of esports. So I'm really not sure what they're expecting to happen. Now, I think that the criticisms of what Valve has done here are correct, but I do think that a power vacuum like this could actually lead to good things. Valve just has to lure these third parties back. I think they need to set something up where maybe they'll help out with prize pools, maybe they'll endorse the events, maybe they'll allocate some points towards TI qualification to these third-party organizers. Things like that could help spur up new organizers, bring companies into the mix to say, hey, we'll take a shot at running this. There's a lot of companies that are still pumping adventurous money into esports, but if Valve isn't luring them in, they aren't making it an attractive gamble, it's never going to happen. I really think that Valve needs to do something to show that they value these third-party organizers and attract an ecosystem to come back to their game. Anyways, those are my initial thoughts here. Let me know what you guys think down below. Is the DPC ending a good thing? Could it be a good thing? Did Valve just need to stick with the DPC and continue iterating and making it better and better? Will the third-party scene flourish in the absence of Valve, or is it just going to flounder? And also, what do you think of the TOs that are still around? I think with Saudi money buying up ESL and DreamHack and the Riyadh Masters happening every year, a significant amount of the prize money that's going to be in the Dota scene in a year is all going to be coming from Saudi Arabia. And with their history of sports washing and human rights abuses, I'm not sure that I'm too happy about where that's all coming from. In the other hand, you've got betting companies sponsoring everything else, so are we really happy with the money that's flooding into the scene, the influences that it's going to have on it, or do we want Valve to kind of have a stricter grip on it? Let me know what you think down below. I'm still not sure. I'm parsing it all, but I wanted to kind of spit out everything I was thinking. Thank you guys all for watching. You're all beautiful, and I'll see you again next time. Cheers.